So, it's been a while. A lot has changed. I'm about to go on a super dope adventure to Alaska. I'm going to Alaska for over a month. I'm going out there to work with the client, create content out in nature, create the strategy for his whole brand for the whole next year. I'm going to come back to Austin and then for a little bit, and then I'm probably headed out to somewhere like Spain. So I am already on path to doing the things that I deeply wanted to do, and a crazy amount of time. I had to step away from YouTube. I had to step away from the content I was creating. I had to step away from everything and get really crystal clear about what it is that I want. How was I going to attempt to get there? And in the midst of all this, I just had this insane limit that was invisible that was lifted. And so it was almost as if I had access to 20 plus years of personal development that I've been pouring into myself. All of a sudden, I had access to it overnight. And I'll tell you what did it for me. This may not work for everyone, but there was a book called U Squared. And I got it for my birthday. And it's a really, really thin book. It's like 40 something pages. You can read it in like less than an hour or so. And I went to the park and I read this book. And it was so simple and so clear and so short. I was like almost upset that it was so simple and so short. But it was so concise and so to the point. And there was these two quotes that, for some reason, these two quotes stick out and they hit me really, really in a big way. One was, absence of evidence is not evidence of its absence. That was the second quote. The first quote was, if you're going to doubt anything, doubt your limits, because they're not based on anything real. We perceive that they're based on something real, but when you examine your limits, you find out that they're based on stories that are not actually based in any factual reality. It's just you got caught in believing some story that put an invisible limit that you didn't see. And so that, for some reason, is like, wait, why don't I doubt my limits? And so the moment that I understood that, it was like the whole sky opened up. Like, instead of chasing $5,000 projects, I wrote a $50,000 offer. What would it take to solve a $500,000 problem to get someone to say yes to spending 50 grand? Instead of chasing little $500 or $5,000 clients. And it was like that in all the areas of my life. Like my goal of seeing the earth from space. It was like, oh, one day, before I die, I'll be wealthy enough to go and do this thing. It's like, well, that book led me to question who needs to know my name in the next 12 months to make this possible for me to film and go out to outer space in the next 24 months. So now there's a target, a clear target, and then I can reverse engineer that. And I was like, that was something that my invisible limit would have never let me even fathom or go down the path. So now I know, I'm starting to understand who at these companies I need to network with and connect with. What are the different paths? And as I started to work on this path to get me the next 90 days to create this plan for me to actually be able to do this thing within the next 24 months, to see the earth from space. That is insane. And what ended up happening is the moment I started working towards this, things started entering into my life that were like, here. Like for example, I'm actually going to compete, not compete, but there's a contest for $100,000 for this wild idea, and I'm going to enter, and it's going to help me to fund this whole thing, right? Not the whole thing, but it's going to help me to fund the momentum that I need, because to do this it seems like it's going to be more expensive. But there's other paths, right? There's other paths to this thing that I want to do. It's not just rockets. There's suborbital ways to get up there. There's balloons. There's other methods, and there's other companies that are looking to get the word out about what they're doing. So it's like I'm creating win-win proposals and ideas for how I can get myself to this place that I want to go. And honestly, this is not a goal that I would have even really put the pen to paper and like worked out the details and the steps and the phases and all of that, if I didn't believe that it was achievable and attainable, if I didn't see it, if that limit wasn't lifted. And so there's so many of these things going on, and I'm like rapidly evolving my identity. Really, I'm taking on this future identity today, and in the way that I think, act, behave. What is this human who is at this level? What does he watch on YouTube? What are the things he's consuming? What are the frameworks? What are the mental models? Like, I'm really going through this crazy shift in my life, and it's kept me away from social media. It's kept me away from like creating, and so I'm gonna have time to like quiet and be really focused in Alaska, and I'm going to start to share some of these things. And I'm really excited because they have made such a big difference to me. The last thing I want to say is I've jumped completely headfirst into the deep end of AI, and what is currently possible and what's coming is absolutely insane. So I'm going to merge all of these various things and start creating content and sharing some of the things that I'm learning, some of the things that I'm picking up on to help you to get where you want to go. And really, I'm documenting a journey of this transformation that I'm going through, and I'm going to be documenting the journey of what I'm doing with this brand and how I'm transforming what they're doing with strategy first, implementing systems and content, a whole content engine. And so I'm going to be creating a lot of content that's going to come out over the next few months. But I just wanted to create this video because I just felt it before I got ready. I'm packing up my place to like put it in storage, to then go to Houston to be with my family, and then come back next week. I leave to Alaska. So it's been nuts, and I'm really excited to start to share some of the things that I've been like taking in. Yeah, that's the update. It's July 25th at the time of this recording. See you soon.